Hey, what's up, world? It's your girl Aisha, the goddess. I got a topic request, and okay, here's my thing. Okay, so I'm trying to simplify this, so bear with me. I have no script. Okay, it's off the top of the dome. So, okay, we're talking about the law of attraction here, and okay, so there is a statement that I made, and it was talking about trusting the universe to give you what you need exactly when you need it. Trusting the universe to give you what you need exactly when you need it is, to me, like learning how to float. You have to completely relax in order to be comfortable in the water for your body to float. I can float to the point where I can breathe and not hold my breath and just breathe in and out and just lay there and lazily float on my back and look up at the sky. It's great. But it's like I have no worries. I have no fears of drowning. I have no fears of sinking. Even though I know that in theory, water is not strong enough to keep me afloat, So at any given time I can drown, but I'm not drowning because I'm not worried about drowning. Okay? That's the law of attraction. So, when I said law of attraction, this person said, first he said, the universe gives you bullshit. No matter what you do, the universe gives you bullshit, which is true. I'm not going to deny that. It's true. And then I said, law of attraction. And then he said, don't give me that bullshit. Don't give me that bullshit about what you put out, you get back. And I said, that is not how the law of attraction works. Okay? So, it's not karma. It's not what you do comes back to you. That's karma. That's something totally different. The law of attraction works with the frequencies of what you think. I'm going to try to explain this as simply as I can, the way I learned it, okay? So, each thought is a thing. It's a living thing. So just go with me here. Just imagine each thought is a thing, right? So every time you think a thought, that thought seeps out of your brain and into the universe, and it creates its own thought form. It's its own living thing, and it has a frequency. Okay? So while you're awake, while you're conscious, while you're thinking, you're emitting these frequencies out into the world. Do 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 do. Okay, and they're going all out. And this is the thing about the law of attraction. It's a universal law. It's the same laws like the law of gravity and the law of polarity. And what goes up must come down. It's a law. So, and I'm not going to get into, you Google it, okay, the specific definition. But basically, what you emit, you attract. So what you put out, you get back. But it's not literally. So it's like if you're, and this is the example that I use. I said it's about what you think. It's about how you think about things. A lot of times we let fear create thought patterns, and the brain goes from one thought to another. Goes like something happens. You almost get into a car accident. Your reaction is the brain's quickest path from A to B. Okay? So the brain takes you from A to B in a split second. What is your usual reaction to this? Okay? That's where the brain is going to take you. It's going to take you to your usual reaction to this. So do you get angry? Motherfucker, you almost killed me. You're going to do it every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Because that's your A to B. That's your quickest point to A to B. Are you going to get fearful and tearful? Oh my God, I can't believe it. I almost died. Don't ask me why I'm acting it out. But, then that's your A to B. The law of attraction gives you whatever you're putting out. So if you're a negative person, okay, all your thoughts are negative, and you have a negative life and you can't understand why you have a negative life, it's because of how you think. You think so negative that it's like, have you ever seen those people where all the bad shit just happens to them? And it's like, damn, I done seen people, it's like, man, they lost their job, then they lost their crib, then they lost their relationship. It's like, damn, everything that happened to you in a whole year. Like, you lost everything. And you can't understand why that pattern, what happened to that person. But it's the negative thoughts that they have. I'm going to give you an example because people are used to thinking negative. That's just how we think. That's why so much negative shit in the world. Okay? So, my 12-year-old's father got killed. A lot of things was going on right before his death in our lives that were bad. It was like bad shit was just happening one after the other. Okay? And my mother said, she used, my mother's a Christian. She said that when God talks to you, God whispers. And when you don't hear God, God gets louder. And then God will throw a rock at you. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to get hit with a brick. And that's what was happening to him. Okay? And I could see this pattern clearly happening to this man. He got shot. And the car got shot up 20 times. And he got shot in his elbow and his thigh. That was the pebble. Okay? Then he got shot at again. That, mind you, the first time he got shot, these were my cars the first 2 times. These are my cars. He got my car shot up. The second time my car got shot up, the person he was with got shot, not him. But it was like this dangerousness was taking over his life. His life was getting more and more dangerous. So I'm thinking in my head, he gonna die. He gonna die. Fuck, he gonna die. And don't ask me how I knew, because it ain't like, it was just, I could see the pattern. And I was like, but I don't want him to die. And I would think about it all the time. But at the same time, I would mentally prepare myself for him not being around. Like, I started getting used to sleeping in the bed by myself without being mad that he wasn't there with me, just in case one day he wasn't there with me. You know what I'm saying? And I would pray to God. God, I love this man. I don't want nothing to happen to him. Protect him. I don't want him to die. I don't want him to die. I don't want him to die. So what happened? He died. Okay? And it's like, and I'm not even saying that my thinking caused his death. I'm not saying that. I'm just using an example of how you can focus on something, and then the very thing that you don't want is the thing that manifests. See, the law of attraction doesn't differentiate between what you want and you don't want. It focuses on what you're focusing on. So if you're saying, I don't want to be sick, 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 the law of attraction here is sick, 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 sick. You want more sick? Okay, I'm going to give you more sick. Here's some more sick. And you're saying, wait, I don't want to be sick. I want to be sick. I don't want to be sick. Sick, right? This is what you're saying you want. You want sick. Okay, here's some more sick. Do you see what I'm saying? And even in my chronic illness, this is a thing for me. It's like I didn't get better until I stopped focusing on being sick. You know what I'm saying? Because the more I focused on being sick, the sicker I got. And it was a focus of, I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be sick. But all I got was sick, sick, sick. And when I said, you know what? It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. I'm not going to worry about it. That was when I actually started feeling better. The irony, I know. But that's how the law of attraction works. So the problem is we've learned as human beings to focus on what we don't want instead of focusing on what we want. Now, for me, I've seen things that say what you want, don't say what you don't want. So don't say I'm sick. Say I hope to feel better soon. Or don't say it's raining outside. Say the clouds are clearing more and more with each moment. And that don't really work for me because it turns into this phony ass thing. So I said, it was like, do you actually have to think positive? And see, this is the problem with just thinking positive. You could get up in the morning. You could do all the affirmations in the world. You could say, I'm going to think positive. I'm going to think positive. And then it turns into this phony mass type of thing. You don't really feel positive. You feel shitty. But I got to think positive because I don't want the law of attraction to bring me something negative. It don't work that way because these frequencies that you're emitting based up in here, you know that deep down inside, you're still negative, you're still angry, you're still frustrated, you still have these negative. And how I got this thing with the frequencies was the density of the vibrations. The lower vibrations are negative thought. The higher vibrations are more positive thoughts. So the law of attraction gives you what you are thinking based on, whether it's a lower vibration or a higher vibration. So I said, you have to learn not to let fear motivate your thought process, which we are fear-based creatures. We have both. We have the temporal lobe and the mammalian brain. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I'm not a science major, but you have the part of your brain that is responsible for animalistic instincts, fear, survival. We need a certain amount of fear because it helps with our instincts. Our instincts are to be aware of fear so we can survive. But then you have the frontal part of your brain, which is an override mechanism for the entire brain. The frontal part of your brain represents free will, freedom to choose one thought over the other. You have both. The thing is, most of the time, this part is more developed than this part, okay? So the fear, the instinct, that part is what we are used to operating out of. To switch it to the front, first of all, you have to be aware that it's there, hence the video, okay? You have to be aware that up here overrides all of that, overrides every instinct that you have, every animalistic behavioral process that you have, fear, rage, anger, survival skills, sex, all of that. When it comes down to it, the only thing that you really, really need is food and sleep and liquid to drink. Everything else, you have the right to choose one thought or another. So that's the first thing. Be aware that you can choose one thought or another. I can't even say what works for everybody. I could just say what works for me. Was the practicing of choosing one thought over another. And sometimes I'd be like, okay, that thought was crazy. Fuck that thought. Like sometimes I get mean in my own head and I'll be like, we're not going to think that thought. Because that was retarded. But you have the power to choose. So then you start exercising this power. And this is how I did it. Okay. Once my belief about God and heaven and hell changed, then my thoughts were more positive because it was like the right and wrong thing with the heaven and the hell thing and the scared of punishment thing creates this fear of I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to be punished. Yeah, I had a fucked up thought. And once I stopped thinking about God as this master judger, for me, that changed me judging myself. because it was like I had to understand the unconditional love of God for me to understand the unconditional love of myself. And that started combating the fear talk, the fear talk that I had with myself. And in my book, I talk about the tightrope and the don't look down thing. So you're walking a tightrope, it's high in the air, and you wobbly, you're unsteady, okay? But God is your safety net, right? But you can't see God. So you literally can't see a safety net. You're walking, you're balancing the beam, and you're walking, and the wind is blowing as you between two mountains, right? And you up there like, and it's shaking you and everything, and you scared you're gonna fall. Why are you scared you're gonna fall? Because you can't see the safety net, which is God. Period, point blank. We can have all the faith in the world, but we literally can't see it. So what I started doing was don't look down. I just don't look down because all the bad shit is down there. You know what I'm saying? Like I have an overactive imagination, y'all. I'm sorry. But in my mind, walking on my tightrope, it's like lava boiling, and it's like snakes down there and alligators down there, and they're hissing at me and shit. And I'm walking on this tightrope. So I started going, don't look down, don't look down, don't look down, don't look down. Meaning, don't focus on the negative shit. Don't focus on it. And it's not a pretend that it's not there. I know it's there. But just because it's there don't mean that I have to put my energy into it. I have to put oh my God, look at that. Oh my God, look at that snake. Oh my God, look at that lava. I don't do that. I know it's there. It's going to be there. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's going to be snakes and fucking lava down there. What's the point of focusing on it? All it's going to do is get you scared. And once you get scared, you're going to fall. So I started doing the don't look down thing. And it was like, Not only that, but I'm going to do the opposite. Instead of looking down, I'm going to look up. Oh, look how pretty the sky is. What this did was it created, once I took my focus off the negative and the habit of taking my focus off the negative, the momentum of it began to rewire my A to B. You see what I'm saying? Like my A to B, I rewired my brain. And now it's going this way instead of going this way. And one last thing, because this is a thing. This is everything that I did to get to the point where the law of attraction could work for me. And now I know that it works for me. So I'm not so, oh my God. But it's still fearful. I'm not going to lie. It's still fearful. I still have moments of anxiety. I still have moments where I have to remind myself, God is the safety net. So even if you do fall, God is the safety net. So don't worry about it either way. Just keep walking. Okay? Then there was this thing that I started doing, and I know I said it on another video, but I'm going to say it again because it was such a profound thing that my mother told me. My mother said, God will not bless you with more until you're grateful for what you have now. And I took that, and I was just like, and at the time that she told me that, I was living on 78th and Yates in Chicago, Illinois, which is a really bad area. And there was gunshots all around. And, it was just, that's where I ended up. That's where I ended up after my daughter's father died in the long run. Where me and him was living at, I couldn't afford it. And I ended up having to move, long story short. That's where I ended up at. But when she said that, I was just like, she right. I have to look at this place like it's a mansion. If I ever want a mansion, I have to be grateful for the walls that I have. And once I started doing that, I noticed my cribs got bigger and bigger. Okay? Like, for real. And I was like, oh, shoot, my mama was right. But even still, Esther Hicks, who, is famous for The Secret with Eckhart Tolle and the Law of Attraction. And there's channels, Abraham Hicks. Why did I say Esther Hicks earlier? The lady who channels Abraham Hicks. Abraham Hicks is a deity, spirit in another dimension that Esther channels. Abraham Hicks talks about the law of attraction all the time. Okay, this is the first time I heard of it was through Abraham Hicks. But Abraham Hicks made this comment one time about going neutral. When you want something so specific that fear is going to start, it's like you have to train your brain. Like, okay, I want a job, right? Okay, I wanted a job. I wanted a job. I wanted a job. And then it's like, I don't know the specific job that I want, but I know what I want. So instead of me focusing on the fear of not getting what I want, I just had to go, okay, I want a job. And the universe knows what I want. So I got to trust the universe to give it to me. And I got what I wanted because it was like I retrained myself from focusing on the fear of what if I don't get what I want. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, and this is a thing that I think Abraham Hicks taught me, but I'm not sure, gratitude. I started being grateful for the littlest, stupidest stuff, okay? And I started learning how to find the joy in the day. So then that changed my thought pattern from being so negative. Because I had a really negative thought pattern. And what I mean by find the joy is find the joy in stupid stuff. I'm a silly person. I'm a big kid. I like stupid stuff. Like, I like playing games with my kids. We make up games and stuff. No have I never ever games. And, you know, we make up like word games to play and, you know, imagination games to play and stuff. And, you know, I do that because then that's how I find my joy is, you know, being in those moments where we're just having fun and we're chilling out and we're doing stuff. But, you know, I've walked around my house and been like, I'm grateful for that light switch. I'm grateful for that dresser. I'm grateful for this toothbrush all day to get my mind off of something negative. I just started focusing in on what I was grateful for. I'm grateful for my house shoes are so furry and comfortable. I'm so grateful for my house shoes. Oh my God. I love my phone. Like, it's a whole iPhone. It's the shit. I'm grateful for my phone. But it worked. It worked. It worked. Because it would get my mind off of what was negative and focus on things that are positive. So I'm not going to lie. It worked. And then it was like, you know, I really like thunderstorms. So every time it rained, I'm like, the rain. And just the things that I liked, I started just focusing on what I liked. And I generally don't focus on what I dislike. So that keeps me in a more high vibrating area, you know, of my life, period, when I wake up in the morning. And here's the thing. You could dislike your job, okay? Because I don't really know too many people who like their jobs. You could dislike your job, but find the thing about the job that you like and focus on that, okay? Like, I might dislike my job, but some of my patients are the most hilarious, you know, and that's what I focus on is I get to see, you know, my boyfriend Peter, God rest his soul, Peter was my favorite patient. So then sometimes I would have to focus on, I get to see Peter today. And the thing was, Peter used to try to fight me, but Peter was just hilarious. And he was so cute. And on days that it was just stressful and it was just too hard, it's like, but I get to see Peter. And like I told somebody, there's a truck driver. Focus on the sky. Don't focus on the road. People are idiots, you know? And yeah, they're going to cut you off and they're going to make you mad. But how does the sky look? Is it beautiful? How many clouds are in the sky? How are clouds formed? Those clouds just formed there and the gravity and the blue hue of the sky. And that's pretty. And wonderment. Focus on the wonderment of, wow, how did that get there? Wow, I wonder who thought of that? Wow, you know, the wow changed my life, y'all. Changed my life. Okay. I'm going to get out of here. I think that I've touched on everything that I've wanted to touch on. So thank you for watching this video and be sure you visit urbanawakenings.org. I have pretty jewelry on my website. And I also have my book that I wrote about spiritual journey in the hood. Being spiritual and black and being free and not taking up shit. Okay. All right, you guys. So I will holler at you later. I love you. Take care of yourself.